Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to my first ever cast of CNC Remastered. We're going to kick off with an 8-player FFA. Should be absolutely craziness. I just got this replay from the actual game itself. You go into the game, you go into find replays, and I found a decent length game. So expecting some absolute fireworks here. I'm going to introduce each of the players. So at the top, we've got Sarah in the green with a little love heart. We got Bike Rush in the yellow. I noticed everyone was playing allies here, apart from two people were playing as Soviets. So I think most of them were Germany, and some of them were Spain. We've got Outcry in the orange, and we've got Light Cone in the pink. We have got My Name Is Africa in the cyan, and top right we've got Atomic Pizza in the blue. Right side, we've got Ty Gunner NL in the purple. And we've got Wanderat or Wanderat in the red. Okay, so he's allies. I'll learn how to identify these now. If you've got those two little tent things, they're allies. 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 This one is Soviet. Allies. And another Soviet down here. The rest are allies. So yeah, the two Soviets is that one and that one. You can tell by the barracks. I'm still trying to learn if you can tell by anything else, like by the power plant, but I think it's the barracks that you can tell by. So yeah, we're this map called something Island. I can't remember the full name. It's one of the most popular free-for-all maps that I see, and I'm expecting Bike Rush to do very, very well here. Very well-known CNC player, known for playing CNC 3 and Kane's Wrath, big pro over there, and doing pretty well in Red Alert as well. I think he's already like rank 2 in Quick Match, so I'm expecting him to do pretty well here. I think they've recently changed the rules in Quick Match. So a patch has been released for the Quick Match, so now you no longer start with tanks. But this is obviously a custom game, so I think they programmed it anyway. They de-checked the things so you can you can't start with units. The other things you can control is like whether it starts with crates or yeah, whether you get crates on the map and stuff like that as well. We've got green going for a fluorescent green, kind of a nuclear kind of poisonous green. He's actually just made one refinery, which is interesting, and just spamming out light tanks. These are light tanks. You can tell that because they're smaller than the others. Actually, he's got two ore trucks. So what he wants to be doing here is if he's spamming, how much money has he got, or she got rather, 2,000 something. So actually, she wants to be picking out the gems, which she's doing now. You want to get that extra money in. Whereas Bike Rush over here in the yellow is producing medium tanks. So the benefit is, I think the medium tanks are stronger in a one-on-one engagement, like this now. But the light tanks can move really, really fast. And as long as you keep them on the move and you micro correctly, it's looking like Bike Rush is actually in big, big trouble here. Can't see any other action, just massing tanks over there. But all the action is going in here. Might be a Bike Rush death. I was not expecting that. And actually, he's got some medium tanks in there as well, or she rather. She's now mixed some medium tanks, and you can tell that by the larger tanks. But the light tanks can still, as I said before, as long as they're microed correctly, which is a little bit fiddly. You want to basically click on what you want to attack and then use the Q. Default is Q. I've changed it to Shift, so it's like in oh no, have I changed it? I've changed it to Alt actually, which is kind of like in General Zero. That's the way I like it. It's kind of like an Alt command where you basically waypoint what you want your units to do next. But in CNC Remaster, what it does is you can actually click on the tank and then you can walk around the tank and still fire at the tank whilst you're moving. That's the trick to these tank engagements. That's exactly what's going on here now. I can no doubt Q is being pressed hundreds of times here. But it looks like Bike Rush is actually in trouble. He's actually got 4 harvesters, so he's been investing more money into getting more money. Speculate to accumulate, as they say. It looks like green is actually going to be held off, so Bike Rush might actually still be in this. Pink, meanwhile, just kind of sitting, chilling in the middle, destroying a bridge. You can destroy the bridge if you force fire. And we've got Cyan getting actually battered by blue. Allies coming out on top against Soviets, but I'm not sure if Cyan is a weaker player. But it looks like Cyan's going to go down. He's only got 2 builders left, no command center left, or no construction yard, sorry, as it's called in CNC Remaster. Power going down there. Bike Rush getting the power down for Sarah. And again, another power going down. So Sarah should be on low power now. And actually, construction yard has been sold off. So that was actually, you can say that's an all-in by Sarah. No tech up, no nothing like that. No naval yard. And actually, Bike Rush coming in, trying to take out the production. The thing is now, though, if he... What's going on there? How the hell are Orange's Outcry's tanks over here chilling in there a Bike Rush's base. Bit random, bit strange, but Bike Rush is losing all of his tanks. Sarah's now switched fully into medium tanks, so only started off with light tanks. But the thing is, I mean, yes, she's going to have loads and loads of tanks here, but what's the late game plan? There's no navy. There's no chance of expanding or anything like that. But then again, you could say, is that the best strategy anyway? Because, I mean, by the time you do get the chance to expand, if you kill someone and get the chance to expand, chances are all the minerals and all the gems are going to be collected by then. So potentially not the greatest of ideas, but Bike Rush is now distracted over here, it seems. But he's actually losing all his base. I think he's going to go out, to be honest. I think this all in from green is actually going to work out. The barracks going down, power plant going down. Barracks has actually been left. Bike Rush seems to want to try and kill all of these buildings. I think he knows he's out. Orange, meanwhile, has quit. Maybe Red's been in and destroyed him and wasn't even paying attention there. But Green is totally annihilating Bike Rush. These two are actually just going to kill each other. So Bike Rush goes out. Bike Rush is dead. Okay, so we've got 4 players out already, actually. This guy has died to blue. This guy has died to pink. Missed all of the action there. I was focusing heavily here. And then, yeah, this spot has been killed by red. Attempted to rewind and watch it back. I might do that at the end. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to watch the replay fully through. Okay, so light cone has got gap generators. They basically shade the map, so even if you scouted it before, you cannot see it any longer. Green, because she's all in, or gone all in rather on Bike Rush. She is now pretty much screwed because she got no construction yard because it was either sold or captured or destroyed or whatever. And now blue atomic pizza is just going to come in from the right and probably just kill Sarah, to be honest. Thing is, do you want to just engage these tanks or do you just want to kill the buildings? I think he's going to kill the tanks because not sure that he knows that these are the last few buildings. It might be more beneficial in the long run just to kill those buildings, because then the tanks just automatically die. But he does have a superior tank number, so all of the tanks for green are going to go down. Pink, meanwhile, is collecting all of the ore from this right side as well as the gems. So it might be a fight between blue and pink. The thing about this game is it just shows you the total game length there. So even if you added a spoiler, like an anti-spoiler at the end of the replay, like if you added like 10 minutes of just blackness or blank time, then it would still not work because it tells you the time down here. I suppose the alternative is I can probably try and shade that out, but yeah, hopefully it won't be too revealing of who's gonna win and who's not gonna win. Red is just completely chilled out down here. Maybe he did go in. Obviously he's gone in because something's been destroyed. I'm pretty sure that's not pink. Pink has just destroyed the bridges and then just chilling. He is making destroyers. If you see cruisers, as I say that, a cruiser is built. Cruisers from long range can just annihilate bases, so what the cruisers probably want to do. So actually, you know, having that spot there is not actually that bad in the middle because you can destroy these bridges. Oh, actually, no, you can't. I was going to say you can go all the way around and protect your base, but actually having that base in the middle protects you from other enemy navies. So as long as you've got control of this area, the enemy navy on the outskirts cannot get in here. So actually, this spot is actually not that bad, which is probably a reason why I like this map. Actually, I don't think the geography of these maps are that bad. I don't think that spot in the middle is that imbalanced. As long as you kind of hold, I think maybe that spot that Bike Rush had potentially maybe a bit of a worse one. But massive tank engagement here. Pink has got a lot of tanks. Blue has also got a lot of tanks. I think Pink is coming out on top. Blue has lost a lot of tanks, remember, because he had a top left engagement against Green. Pink is seemingly coming out on top. Not 100% sure. I think so, yeah. She, or is it a she? Light cone. Might be a she, might be a he. Who knows? We got, might be both. Who knows? might be none. Might be neutral. We got Pink coming out on top. Pink coming out on the top with the tank engagement, and then at the top right now, looks like blue is going to be in massive danger. I can see ships hitting here actually. So that cruiser from long range. Blue is going to try and desperately defend this with what tanks he has, but actually Pink has got the superior numbers by far here. Pink has also got a cruiser of his or her or its own. Pink is absolutely wrecking the base. And don't tell me that red, just by chilling in the bottom right, is going to win this. I mean, he's not completely chilled. Not completely chilled. I think he did kill whoever this was in the beginning. Was it Orange? Outcry. But yeah, it looks like Blue's base is completely going down. There is a cruiser back here, so these tanks are going to slowly be taking damage. But I don't know if Pink is going to have enough to finish Red. So Blue's base is all going down. The tanks are thinning out though, so this is... Actually, Green's still got a building left, but actually she's already quit. Okay, so Blue's base does all go down. But it might actually be that building that actually can't be finished by Pink, unless Pink gets a naval yard on the outskirts. It might be one of them kind of draw games. I was always saying in this CNC, compared to like General Zero. Like General Zero, I've probably seen like 5 draw games in my entire life where people have just been left with like a palace versus a palace. Or whatever. Oh, this is Command Center versus... No, not a Command Center. Yeah, a palace versus a war factory in a V, and the V can't do anything, for example. Or Pathfinders versus Pathfinders, generally you can't see anything. That's very, very rare in General Zero. But in CNC Remastered, it seems, or maybe even the original CNC as well, it seems draw games are more likely to happen, at least, especially longer drawn-out games. And I'm afraid this actually might be a long drawn-out game because Red is just kind of chilling. Blue's still alive, I think. Yeah, Blue is still alive. But where the cruisers are here. Cruisers just going around the outskirts of the base. So I think actually Red might take a little bit of a hit here from the cruisers. So the cruisers aiming that way, but they're going down. They're going to take a few shots from the tanks here if they get a little bit too close. Tanks are going to shoot a little bit. But Blue, does he want to engage these? He is going to engage him. I think if you leave these little cave things alone long enough, then ants come out. You probably will have seen me play the secret ant mission that you can unlock. And there's also a dinosaur mission as well in Tiberian Dawn. There's the ants. Actually cause immense damage. You see how fast that harvester went down? They're actually super annoying, and I think they even promote draw games from happening. Like... at this kind of stage in the game, that every unit means everything. So if you send a few harvesters across and then these ants kill things, I think they should probably be removed from some of these maps. They may well have been in the original game, and they may well have just left it for nostalgia reasons or whatever. But I think if you want to see less draw games, you probably want to get rid of them ants, because at this stage in the game, when units mean everything, like I said before, then those ants keep coming out and keep taking your units down. You're just going to camp in your base more. It's going to promote more campy long games, which is kind of what's happening now. So these boats are going to fight off against each other from long range, cruiser versus cruiser. But I think as long as they move, I don't think the missiles or whatever are hitting them. Or are some hitting them? I think I can hide this. Minimize that. I can hide that. So that one is taking damage. Oh, that one's going to go down. This one is very low as well. That one doesn't want to be hit. It's getting hit now. It's probably going to go down. Yeah, it is going to go down. So Blue basically has nothing. So if Blue is a good guy, he's just going to sell that. Yeah, Blue's out. So now it's going to be Red against Pink. Now, Red is just kind of chilled in his base. You always get a player in a free-for-all no matter what game it is. It just kind of chills and does nothing. It's kind of like Rob in General Zero. He reminds me of that kind of player. Just sits and chills, builds defenses, does not very much. But he did kill this guy on the left-hand side. But Pink has been pretty active, I think. Yeah, Pink has been already killed Blue. Blue was one of the strongest in my view. But what is Pink doing now? We might have to fast forward this, because Pink for now is just kind of chilling. Pink is on only $14 or whatever it was. Wanderat is on like 10k. So why is Wanderat not spending his money? Like even now he's got 10,000. I think he's literally AFK. So we're gonna fast forward this a little bit. I don't want to spoil it too much. There we go. So red is now finally expanded over here. I mean, if someone's just sitting at AFK doing nothing, I'm not going to watch that. I'm all for watching replays start to finish, watching every little detail, no matter how boring. But if someone's just going to sit there AFK and not spending the money, then I honestly have no interest watching that. So, okay, so red's expanded over here now. Built a attack helicopter, but taking big damage from pink's navy, and just kind of chilling with his army. I mean, what is this? Why are you not... If you literally just grabbed all of that stuff and just went into pink's base, okay, there's these cruisers, so you just want to stay away from that. But okay, yeah, you can go in from this side. So yeah, go in from this side. Why aren't you bringing all of your other tanks? Just going in with some tanks. I mean, at least he's scouting here. That's a rare thing to see. Actually, AA guns, not seen many of them yet in the games that I've played, but that's that I've only probably played like 70-ish games, maybe 60. These tanks are all going down, but why is he not bringing reinforcements across? He's got 7,300 and something, so I mean, it's not like you can't... It's not like you can't just press whatever key it is. For me, it's Q. I select Q, and it selects all the units on the screen. Maybe it's E or something like that, and just send them all to pink's base. I'm pretty sure that could just do it, but red is just kind of chilling for now. I think I'm going to fast forward, actually. I'm not going to watch too much of this guy because he is... a little bit boring. No offense if he's watching, but I mean, who wants to watch this? Just tanks sitting in the base. He's got a mobile gap generator, which is actually a rare unit to see as well. So that basically shrouds the map. So actually, if we go over pink, so you see actually there, it must have 2 gap generators. Yeah, he's got one there and actually that one as well. So if you go on pink, yes, sir, that's all he sees. Well, red can see the whole map, because once you build the tech center, where's tech center? How can he see the whole map? Before you have to build a tech center. Oh, there's tech center. Sorry, I'm being blind. Tech center's there. So once you build that, after like a couple of minutes, GPS, not GPS scramble, like some satellite kind of hack happens, and you can see the whole map. So red's coming in now with this. I wonder if pink can see that, because the mobile gap generator is coming in the base. A bit strange. Red's coming in with a big attack from tanks, but not really microing correctly. He's actually shooting a lot of infantry, and all his tanks not on the move as well. He's making, are they rocket men? Yeah, rocket soldiers. Big damage on his cruisers. Them cruisers are probably overpowered in my opinion. The range on them and the damage is just way too strong in my view. So tanks all coming in from red. They're all pretty much going down though. I think red is considered a bit of a weaker player than pink. I think pink is the more experienced one. That said though, the command center for Lyco now, pink, has gone down. Oh, and the nukes hit as well. So actually, I think red... I say all that, but I think red actually might win. I mean, red is still losing all of his tanks and all of his stuff, but he's done big damage. Now Lycone... Oh, Lycone could make an MCV from the Warfare tree. If he or she built the service depot. The service depot enables you to build this MCV. I think it's like 2,500. Okay, building's being repaired by pink. I can hear something shooting still, which is not quite sure where that is. Oh, there it is. So that infantry guy's going to go down now. Pink's still got loads and loads of navy. I think navy is probably the thing to lay off now, maybe. I think you might have enough. And I don't think you're about to finish all of red's base. Actually, maybe. Because these are still shooting here. But actually, he's lost the tech center. Now he's lost the tech center. Now he's blind, and that even prolongs games even longer. Because like, imagine this now: you're pink, you're this late in the game, and all of a sudden you lose all your map vision. You got to scout everything again. Kind of basically like fighting blind. But he's got to know that red doesn't have that much. I mean, he probably had yeah, he had the satellite hack thing before. Even though there's a gap generator and a mobile one there, pretty much probably saw like at least like this bit. You can't. Yeah, he's got a couple of turrets here, but pink could just send in. He's got tanks there, tanks there. One thing I probably would like to see is a mechanic. I think a mechanic is very cost efficient. Mechanic is just built from the barracks requires this service depot. It's these ants as well. I mean, these harvesters could just go over here and get all of this ore. There's loads of ore left here. But these ants, look at the color of them on the minimap. These ants are just, I mean, look how many are there. How are you supposed to break through that? You probably need to get your navy over there to clear it. And then get it. Also, because that bridge is broken, your tricks have got to go all the way the long way. So, I mean, these late games, sometimes they get a bit boring and a bit tedious. I'm tempted to fast forward a little bit more. I'm going to fast forward here. Okay, so red's coming in now with an attack, but I think red actually might just quit because once these boats like kind of blockade you, and then these cruisers at range, are they still shooting? Don't think they're still shooting, but I'm pretty sure you could just move them there, and I think they just fire automatically even under the fog. I'm pretty sure they do. But I mean, even if they don't, at least bring them a bit closer. You know there might be a base at the more base units, buildings at the edge of the screen, so yeah, I'm not sure. Red doesn't really have nothing, and this is what I mean about stalemates. I would not be surprised at all if I downloaded loads of free-for-all games and loads of them ended in a situation like this. I mean, we could see a little bit more activity out of red, I'm not going to lie to you. But in kind of bunkery states like this, pink is not that bad, I don't think. Pink is preparing now for an engagement to come in with the tanks. I'm going to fast forward a little bit more. I just want to fast forward to the action. Okay, pink's going in now with the action. So basically just broke through the turrets, killed the refinery. I mean, why are you going back? Okay, there's a couple of turrets there. Okay, just using that to bombard. Okay, I suppose it's not a bad idea. Even if it just kills that, the radar dome, at least it's like freeing up space so you can get more tanks quicker to the turret. But I mean, it might be able to just reach. Can it reach? Can it reach anything else? You could shoot these infantry at least. Tanks now coming in. I think that's a bit of a miss micro, to be honest, but it's some of the pathing sometimes. I mean, you click across the bridge and some of them go all the way around and die, and it's really, really weird pathing. But it is a 1996 or 1995 game, so... And it is only a remaster, just like graphically enhancing it. Maybe some of the pathing could be fixed, but... Would that change... For the hardcore people who actually love the game for what it is, if you changed it too much, and if you added like attack move and added balance updates and stuff like that, it changes from what it was. Remember, it is a remaster. It's meant to be like the original game, and that's why a load of people, I think, are installing it. Not because it's some really competitive, really balanced game. They're installing it for the nostalgia. Let's be honest. Probably at least 50% of the sales have probably come from the people who played it before in the nostalgia. Maybe even higher. Probably like 60-70%. I don't know why Pink is cutting off more bridges. I mean, this is all that Red's got now. Pink, don't make this an anticlimax. Just come in, man. There's only 2 minutes to replay left, so we might as well just watch it. Pink is still just destroying a bridge. I mean, he's got tanks back here, man. Just get these tanks. Just press whatever it is to select all units on map and just go into Red's base and just kill it, man. It's not gonna take a genius. I think someone's just gonna quit, maybe. This Red just gonna quit and gonna be an anticlimax. At least let's see this last battle with the tanks. Don't know if I... No, I can't press space, actually. If I press space, actually, it pauses, which is interesting. Basically, it's probably a hotkey for that. Okay, come on, Pink. What are you doing? Pink is bringing in the... Oh, he's destroying the bridge for that, bringing in the cruiser. So that cruiser can just long-range kill everything. I mean, does he force fire on the ground there? Or is just the accuracy of the cruiser is not actually that great, but when it does hit, it's crazy. But I mean, why does he need the cruiser? He just needs to come in with the tanks. There's only 2 things that can cause damage now. Well, actually 3 things, which is 1 infantry, 2 of these turrets. Refinery down. I mean, this is... Red, man, you've been sending us to sleep. Maybe he's waiting for the nuke. Maybe he's just waiting for the nuke. I think they're just having a chat or something. I'm just going to forward this. I'm not interested in watching this. That's the service depot, by the way. I don't know if Pink built one earlier. Because I haven't seen any mechanics and I haven't seen a new MCV from him. But Pink... But yeah, Pink winning with that middle spot. And I think it's not the first time I've seen that middle spot win as well. I mean, if you destroy that bridge, just bunker off the right side, bunker off the left. Maybe you could do a load of turrets here and then push right. Pink, did he play it perfectly here? Is this a lower level game, do you think? Don't think it's the highest level of games. I think red probably one of the weakest, just kind of sitting in his base doing nothing. I think if you want to try and win these games, I mean, he's come second by chilling in his base, so maybe that is a viable strategy. Seller from red, GG. Well played to pink, which is light cone. Actually surprised about that. Bike Rush, I've seen spamming a lot, and but just unfortunately went in against Sarah, who just kind of all-ined him. How do I get off the screen now? I think that's it. Doesn't even show me stats then? Is it not going to show me the stats of the game? Is it going to show me the stats on this screen? Oh, there we go. So buildings raised. Actually, pink was decimating everyone. 53, which is pretty much, if you add all of the other ones together, I think 53 is still higher than all of that. Units killed as well, also extremely high. Bike Rush coming in down here, but I mean, he was out pretty soon because this Sarah just went all in. Do you think that's a bit of a silly strategy from Sarah, or was she actually intending to win? Also interesting, I see a lot of people choosing allies. I think in FFA, allies is definitely the stronger. The reason being is when you build that tech center, you can actually see the whole map after just a couple of minutes. And being able to see the whole map, as you know, like General Zero Hour, USA is really overpowered in free-for-alls in my view, because you can see the whole map with the strategy center. And in this, I think the allies are overpowered with the tech center. So yeah, how could they balance out the Soviets more? I mean, you get the spy plane for Soviets, but I'm not convinced it's as good as having the tech center and just seeing the whole map automatically without having to scout anything. Yeah, I think it's a bit crazy. But yeah, only 2 people choosing Soviets there. But yeah, didn't win. Actually, again, allies winning. But you could say the allies were due to win because, I mean, it's probably like 70-80% allies choosing there. Anyway, GG, let me know what you think of this cast. Let me know if you want to see any more CNC Remaster in the future. Hopefully, I'll do a few more. Do you want to see 2v2s? Do you want to see 3v3s? Do you want to see 1v1s or more free-for-alls or even something else? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. GG's, and I'll see you in the next one.